Do you ever feel like when you visit a new city, you don't necessarily know where to eat?
That was us in 2018. We went to Copenhagen. New country, had no idea what to eat whatsoever.
And I just want to pause here and say, this was before we were vlogging, and we talk about this all the time. I just want to say that we're really, really sad that we didn't start the vlog back then, because we've been to some pretty interesting places.
I definitely, that's one I'm really sad about. That led me to just start doing some random searching about activities that we could do in Copenhagen, and I came across this thing called a food tour. And since Copenhagen, we've done
Cancun, Cabo, New York City, and now 3
in Denver.
And because I like to eat, I wanted to do our 3rd Denver food tour on my birthday. Today, we're taking you to
Denver, actually.
Welcome to RiNO.
Exactly, in Denver.
So we are running late as always, so we will go ahead and catch you up in a minute. That's where we're going.
One of the things that makes or breaks a food tour is the person guiding it.
And we were so excited to see that Austin is our tour guide again.
And it was just like, Austin!
I know, it was so awesome. I was like, oh, I thought you were like doing the barber thing. And he's like, oh, I'm training. But he's doing the food tour and he's training his, I don't know if it's replacement or a new tour guide. Daniel. So we're really, really excited to be here.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
All right, let's go. So let's talk about this burrata. It's the ooeyest, gooeyest, just delicious cheese paired with the thinnest, crunchiest, saltiest lavash. And if you have no idea what a lavash is, it's a really, really thin cracker.
Don't forget they paired it with the Aperol Spritz.
And you got to try it.
I got to try it first.
What does it smell like?
Oh, so this is like a piece of orange up top, so you can smell the orange immediately. I'm not sure what the actual drink is though. I'm saving that for Anna.
Yeah, well, New York City.
It smells really good.
There's a lot of nice parks as well. Just walking the parks everywhere.
Yeah, it's like a good mix of like city and like outdoor.
I like that you're drinking my birthday drink.
Yeah,
Because I love her that much. I'm actually doing this for her, so in case she was like acquaintances in here, she wouldn't die.
Moving on now.
Hey, so one thing here, because we're going to see a lot of art, this is Andrea Fritti again. He's the one executive chef, and this is his spot. That's his mom and dad right there. And has anybody ever heard of RiNO Foods? So that is a company here in town. It's the biggest mozzarella maker in the world. And so started by a family here. It's actually just on the other side of the highway, but they make 80% of the pizza cheese for Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's, and so it's a $4 billion cheese company started here. Like I said, Osaka Ramen right there.
I've been wanting to try this place for so long.
Let's go in the back door. We're gonna go down the hill here. And then later, if you wanna do the private karaoke, that's what Voice Box is.
This dish is called chicken karaage. Instead of using flour, they use a potato starch, which gives us this amazing crunch. We've never had chicken with this much crunch before. On the side, there is a sriracha mayo for dipping. Not too spicy, but oh so yummy.
Now we might suggest smaller bite-sized pieces, especially when eating with chopsticks.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna put this down, and if everybody feels like it, we're gonna take a little walk. And like I said, this walk, it's a little longer. We got about a 4-block walk to get to stop number 3.
What are you thinking so far, son?
Oh, I love it. Having so much fun.
Yeah.
And it's like a perfect day because it's overcast, it's not too hot, still warm, but it's perfect.
Yeah.
On to stop number 3.
Number 2 from Casey Kawaguchi, right?
You might have noticed that several of these walls, pretty much all the walls, are covered in murals.
So in 2005, Tracy Whale and Jill Hadley Hooper formed the River North Arts District.
Oh.
It was a grassroots movement aimed to connect art with the area.
Well, did you also know that in 2014, the area was certified as a creative district by the Colorado Creative Industries?
No, I had no idea.
I know, it's pretty cool. And then on the first Friday of each month, when 50 studios open up, between the hours of 6 p.m. to 9-ish p.m. to allow you to come explore their studios and see all their artwork.
That I did know.
As we continue walking, we find ourselves at the third food stop.
We're gonna go into deep roots on this side. It was actually started by 3 siblings that grew up making wine, going through all the steps, stomping grapes. And so one of the siblings actually runs Deep Roots.
Talk about a playground for adults.
When we go in, it's a cool space because like I said, you got the brewery, but then on the backside, you've got this area where they've got all this kind of like games, right? This giant cornhole, a giant Connect 4. So what I want you to do is just kind of take a lap and then we'll put the table together and have our next tasting, all right?
Austin's about to tell us what the third stop has to offer.
So your bottom there, your lemonade, is a brandy lemonade. And then the top is a blood orange cab rum, okay?
Those lemonade wine cocktails are so good. I could definitely down a few of those.
For me personally, it was just a bit too sweet.
Ooh, here come the bruschettas.
Creme de brie with a fig jam and a little fried prosciutto on top. And then we've got a romesco, which is sun-dried tomato, roasted red pepper spread, a little bit of goat cheese, almonds, and then that reduction over the top is a red wine reduction that they make here in-house.
Cheese.
Know about Beetle Kill? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Beetle Kill. So all of our trees are up in the mountains, right? Our alpine environment. And we've got the pine beetle that lives on the bark. When those trees are in an unhealthy state, they bore a little hole, they enter the tree, they kill the tree from the inside out.
In 2005 was the latest major beetle outbreak that targeted the large dominant spruce trees.
And those trees were easily 100 years old. Now, if you've ever noticed driving on I-70, all these dead trees right along the highway, those are called Beetle Kill.
And it's been really fascinating what people can do with those Beetle Kill, what they can turn those pieces into.
So we'll go this way, up and around.
As we walk to our fourth stop, Austin is taking the time to show us all these amazing murals and tell us all about them.
And there, you know, we were in the running for a World Cup game, some of those World Cup games in 2026, but it sounds like we've lost that. I don't know what happened there, but I don't think we're in the running anymore. And if you think back to the Obama campaign, and if you remember that Hope poster that ended up on the cover of Time magazine, this is the same artist here. So this is kind of how big this festival, this mural festival became, because like I said, they were bringing in some of the biggest talent in the world. Casey Kawaguchi. And so here's number 4. So what if we get a little group photo?
Ding, ding, ding. Now arriving at our fourth stop.
Los Chingones right here. So let's get inside.
Let's go check it out. On the menu is Mexican beer from La Cerveceria, which is right next door to Denver Beer Co. And that's what we're having at this stop, Los Chingones.
Look at that guy.
Wow!
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This is Chingone slaw. And so that recipe is very simple. It's just cabbage, half and half of simple syrup and lime juice. Then you've got a guajillo ranch. Does everybody know about Takis? Takis are a rolled corn chip, and they come in these like neon purple and red and green bags. It's a cousin to the Cheeto, and that's what's crushed up and sprinkled on top, all right?
Those are some fat tacos. We picked them up. It was just like a big mess happening over here. We could just barely like hold it into our hands.
Those are some tart Takis. This is a purple bag.
Yeah, they have 2 different kinds.
3, I think.
Oh, 3? Anyway, you know what'd be really good after this though? Let's go get some dessert.
Dessert.
This is called Dochi. Who's had mochi? This is mochi and donut meat up. These are made with rice flour. There is a little bit of wheat flour in there, about a teaspoon in each.
like living in Denver. Great food, great alcohol, great art.
And if you're interested in doing a food tour in Denver, the delicious Denver Food Tour has 3 different types of food tours. We've done 2 of them, and maybe next year we'll actually do the 3rd one.
I like that.
On the count of 3, if you could go back to any one of those places tonight, where would you go? 3, 2, 1.
Osaka!
Ramen. Ooh. High five.
We want to say a huge thank you to Delicious Denver for giving us a hookup on this tour. They gave us a nice little birthday discount. Thank you so much. Please go ahead and check them out. They have all these amazing tours, 3 of them. We hope to try the 3rd one maybe in the next year. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, it's not that hard. Hit the subscribe button, follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Drunk people never get old. So in 2005, Tracy Whale and Jill Hadley Hooper, I forgot. Now arriving at our 4th stop. Ding ding.
Do you want to do that again? Ding ding.
I like shoved like 3 of them in my mouth. You don't shove 3 Takis in your mouth. Well, actually, maybe some people do shove them in their mouth and it's totally fine. They're so tart and they've got a nice burn. You just eat them slow, at least me. But Takis aren't from Venezuela, so I have an excuse.
But they are very spicy.
They're tasty. Oh, and I'm gonna eat the rest of my Takis. Since I've committed.